If you're eating more plants and you feel like you're not seeing results, it's probably one of these three reasons. And stay to the end and you'll learn what I think biggest thing people are wasting money on these days. Thought I would address a little issue that I've been running into lately when seeing patients, and actually even our community meeting the other day. We were talking about the including more fruits and vegetables. And I often encounter three big misconceptions or issues when I talk about this recommendation. So I'm Dr. Jen. I'm a lifestyle medicine doctor. I help people reverse chronic disease joyfully and sustainably using lifestyle medicine and plant-forward nutrition. So let's get into this. So often I'll tell you the first thing, I talk to patients every day and I'm always recommending eating more plants because I will start with that there is so much data that shows that just increasing the amount of servings of fruits and vegetables that you consume decreases your risk of so many chronic diseases. And the more, the better. So I usually focus on fiber. I tell people to increase their fiber intake from plant foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans and legumes, nuts and seeds, and particularly leaning into those fruits and vegetables. But pretty often I get a few things. So number one is people say, well, yeah, I eat fruits and vegetables. But then when we break it down, the amount that they're eating is tiny compared to, other foods that they're consuming. And so my thing is, I never say, you can't have something. I might say you should cut back on it a little bit. But I like to think that everything is part of a diet, right? It's a lifestyle, right? It's how you live your life. But the key to success is leading into eating more plants because more plants support your gut health, your microbiome, those little microbes that are everywhere. They help us steady your blood sugar. They help lower your cholesterol. They decrease inflammation. They help your cells repair. So many benefits of eating more. So when I recommend is filling your plate, literally the fruits and vegetables, and then the other things can take the last quarter of the plate. So that's number one, eating not as many as you think that you're eating. The second big one is, I just had the conversation the other day with a client who really is struggling with a health issue and is looking on optimizing her diet. And she was like, but what about the pesticides? And she said, what do you do about the pesticides? I mean, I eat more plants probably than most people. I don't even think about pesticides. It is like the lowest thing on my list to worry about. So I will, I rinse my vegetables, but I'm not doing some crazy routine of washing in vinegar and baking soda and soap and water. I don't know what people do. Those things are proven to lower the pesticide amount by a little bit. But you know what? Truthfully, all the pesticides that are used to grow vegetables are safe for human consumption. The amount that causes a problem is way above what you're consuming. So when you get to the point that you're consuming literally a truckload, if you're consuming a bushel of vegetables every day, then maybe you should think about that. The ways that what I focus on is I do think about buying local when possible. If I can purchase from a local farmer, that's all the better, because generally when you're buying from a small local farm, they use sustainable growing practices. They use fewer pesticides and fewer other chemicals in general. So that's one thing. If it's organic and it's on sale, okay, I'll buy it. But I'm not going to obsess about not buying something because it's not organic or it might have pesticides on it. Because truthfully, those fruits and vegetables are much more powerful. The risk of the damage from pesticides versus the risk from not consuming fruits and vegetables, they're not even in the same room, right? So when we consume more fruits and vegetables, we support our natural detoxification processes. I told you, we decrease inflammation. We just support cellular repair all the way around. So by avoiding fruits and vegetables because of a possible minuscule risk related to pesticides, you're really doing yourself a disservice. There is this question about whether some of the herbicides may have an effect, specifically glyphosate, may have an effect on your gut health. I will tell you, though, that if you're eating the rainbow of fruits and veggies, you are boosting your gut health. So it becomes a problem when you're eating less and less of them, because then your body is not as robust, not as resilient, not as able to, detoxify and function optimally. So eat more fruits and veggies. Two more things. You're going to get a bonus one. So the other one is people say, oh, well, I'm juicing. Okay. So I look at juicing as supplements, which is another thing I'll talk about. Juicing, when you juice, yes, okay, you may get a concentrated amount of a certain vitamin or mineral. But the problem is, if you're not consuming that your baseline diet is not filled with fruits and vegetables, if you're not consuming 3/4 of every meal is filled with fruits and vegetables, then what's happening is you're missing out on vital nutrients that are thrown out in the trash unless you're using the pulp, because the pulp is the fiber, and fiber is so important for our gut health, for our, again, like I said, lowering our cholesterol, for lowering our blood sugar, for just helping our body digestion work better, right? So juicing, again, I look at it as a supplement. So if you're doing all of the other things, you're eating the rainbow of fruits and veggies, you're consuming a good amount of fiber every day, okay, then maybe juice a little bit to give it a little boost. That's fine. So the other big one, this is a bonus one, number 4, is supplements. So people will tell me that, okay, I'm taking all of these supplements. Actually, the woman that I talked to the other day that had the health risk had like a handful of supplements that she was taking. And so again, supplements are to supplement what you're already doing. So optimizing your diet, or maybe filling in the gaps, in the meantime, if you have a low blood level that's been checked by a reputable lab, like say a vitamin D or vitamin B12, then absolutely it needs to be supplemented. But I will tell you that the supplements are not regulated in the same way. So often you think you're getting whatever the vitamin is or mineral it is, and it's not at the level that you think you're getting. So you want to make sure that you're getting quality supplements and that you are double checking with third parties to make sure that they actually contain what they should contain. And so I will just put another plug in that when you're getting all of those vitamins and minerals from actual foods, they're packaged optimally because they help your body absorb whatever that nutrient is. And not only that, it comes with not just, so say if you're eating broccoli or spinach, it's not just coming with one vitamin, right? It's not just coming with one mineral. It's coming with a whole potpourri of things that help your body function optimally. So let me know if this helps.